finding this percent of that. So we're going to solve percentage problems like a pro today. Thank you, Chuck Norris. Today's I can solve different problems like what is 40% of 60 by dividing and multiplying. So again, kind of the same I can, but we're going to be looking at different aspects. So make sure you've got your I can, today's date, and page number, and you're all set to go. So number talk, we're going to be looking at some decimals. Let's get some things figured out here. So first one, what do we have if we take 23 hundredths and multiply by 100? Yeah, we're going to actually increase both those digits to place values greater, so it's 23. What about 50 divided by 100? Yeah. Move down 2 place values, so we get 5 tenths or 50 hundredths. What about 145 times 1/100th? Well, again, that would be like dividing by 100. So we end up with 145 hundredths or 1 and 45 hundredths. What about 7 divided by 100? Yeah, 7 hundredths. Again, all of this is to help us think about how decimals relate to what we're talking about as far as percentages, and even back with ratios as well, but percentages very much so right now. Okay, let's take a look at some audience stuff. So, a school held evening activities last month, a music concert, a basketball game, a drama, play, and literacy night. The music concert was attended by 250 people. How many people came to each of the other activities? So the basketball game was 30% of the concert's attendance. So how many went to the concert or went to the basketball game? Well, it's 30%, right? So we'd use double line graphs, or we could use a table, or we could use a tape diagram. It's kind of however you want to do it, but 100% is the 250, right? So I would think of it in a table. Let me get a better table here. Hang on. So 250 is 100%. We need to figure out 30. Well, I'm going to go down to something that I can use easily with it. So I need 30%. I'm going to try and go down to 10%. I would divide by 10. So divide this by 10, I get 25. Now to get to 30%, I need to take 10 and multiply by 3. So I need to take 25, multiply by 3, and that gives me 75 people went to the basketball game. Can I still use this 10% is equal to 25 for number 2? Yeah, I think I can. Attendance at the drama play was 140% of the concert. Well, if I know that this is 10%, how do I go from 10% to 140? I got to multiply by 14, right? Or I could take the 250%, or the 250 that's 100%, multiply this by what, 4 to get that 40%, and then add it to this. Either way, I should end up with 350 people. Again, how did I do that? Well, I had 250 for the 100%, and then I needed 40% more, so 4 times 10 gets 40%, so 4 times 25 gets me the 100, and that gets me my 350. What about the last one there with the 44% of the concert? This gets a little trickier, doesn't it? I can still use this to help me with part of it, but I really need to get down to a single percent, don't I? Well, how do I go from 100 to 1? Divide by 100. So 2 5/10 persons. I hope they come out with a full whole person. That would be a little awkward. Let's see. To get the 40, so 44% is made up of 40 and 4, right? So I can think of it as I need 4 of the 10%, so that would give me 100. And I need 4 of the 1%. Well, 2.5 times 4, well, 2.5 and 2.5 makes 5. So that would be 10, because I would have 2 5s out of that. So my answer for the last one here is 110. Again, you may not have used the table. You may have used one of the other ways. It really doesn't matter too much. But part of the reason why I like using the table is that, you know, it gives you an easier way to organize and to move more quickly. But it doesn't mean that that's always the best for every single person. "50% of the people who attended the drama play also attended the music concert. What percentage of the people who attended the music concert also attended the drama play?" Sorry if the screen changed shape just a bit, but so 50% of the people who attended the drama play also attended the concert. How many went to the drama play? And we had 350 that went to the play, right? Half of them went to the concert. So how many was that? Well, what's 50% of 350? Yeah, remember we're either going to multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. And let's see. 2 would go into that 3 one time. Give us 1 left over and 15. 2 would go into that 7 times. That would leave 1. So it should be 175, correct? So that's most of the people that went to the music concert went to the drama play as well. What percent of the people who attended the music concert also attended the drama play? Well, this is 175 of the people at the drama play went to the concert, right? But now they want to know how many of these people, what percentage that 175 is of those that went to the concert. Well, that gets to be a little bit different problem, right? So we still need to know that 175 that we got earlier, because that's how many people went to the other one. And we also know that this is out of the 250 people that are at the concert, right? So now we need to get this to 100%. So we need to see how many times this goes in. And remember, this is really how we do a lot of different things when it comes to percentages, is knowing, using what we know about dividing by decimals to get those parts. Well, I could divide that out like that, or I should be able to do some other partial work here. And again, you could do this however you needed to. Hopefully you draw lines straighter than I do. Okay, so I can divide both of these by 25. Let's see. 250 divided by 25 is 10. 175 divided by 25, let's see. It's 4 25s to make 100. It is 8 25s to make 200. This is 1 25 less than that. So that would be 7/10. So that's 7 out of 10. Well, I need to get to 100%. Well, how do I go from 10 to 100? Yeah, multiply by 10. So 70% of the people that went to the music concert also attended the drama play, which makes sense. We're thinking about how many people more went to the drama than went to the concert, and that half of the people that went to the drama ended up going to the concert. So really, it's just thinking about those pieces of information in multiple ways. Hurry, 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 we've got a sale. During a sale, every item in the store is 80% off its regular price. If a regular price of a t-shirt is $10, what's its sale price? Well, the sale is 80% of its regular price. So we're taking 20% off. So we need 80% of that 10. So what's 80% of 10? Well, if 10 is 100%, we can go back to, we can even think of it like ratios a bit, can't we? If 10 is 100%, I need to really get down to 10%, right? Well, divide both sides by 10. 10% is $1. I need 80%. How do you go from 10 to 80? Multiply by 8. 8 times 1. It's $8. What about these other items here? Well, again, it's going to be kind of the same sort of thing. We just talked about how this one would be $8. This is one we just did, isn't it? Or very similar to one we just did. Okay. What are we going to have for $1? Well, it's going to be the same as the $10 one, right? But now it's going to be in one place value lower, so that's actually going to be 80 cents. If 100% is $4, 10% would be 40 cents. 40 cents times 8, 8 times 4 is 32. But that 4 in the tenths place means that this is 32 tenths, or $3.20. What about here? $55 for the full price. Yeah, we put it down to 10%, would give us $5.50. And that's 10%, so then we multiply that by 8. That would give us 40, carry the 4. $44 on that one. Let me erase that 0 because we don't need it anymore. So $44 there. What about here? Yeah, 10% of this is going to be 12, right? 12 times 8 gets us $96. So using unit prices, and especially finding things down to the 10%, that's why we worked so much in those younger grades on finding, multiplying and dividing and such with powers of 10. So really the whole thing kept repeating over and over, right? That the entire thing was 100% and that we were trying to find 80% of that, right? And really, once we knew the 100%, which is the x that's here, then it was pretty easy, right? What did we do? Well, every time we took that 8, whatever was here, whatever was the total price, so the x, and we could have divided it down to the 10. So we used it like divide by 10, and then we multiply that by 8, right? Well, what they're saying is you could also think of it as whatever the price was divided by 100 and then multiply by 80. Still going to give you the same thing in the end. So take a look at all of these. Which other of these could help you find 80%? Yeah, this one would have. Oh, 80% of X. So not that one. But this would end up working out for us to find 80% because we need 8/10 of the total. Let's see what else. 8/10 here. 80 over 100. Yep. And actually 4/5 of that would work as well, right? Because 80 hundredths could reduce down to 4/5. So any of those would work to figure it out. And using the commutative property, this is one way to look at it, but we could also use any of these and do the same thing, because remember that this 8 and this 80, both of those are over 1. And when you're talking about multiplication, you can move things back and forth to help you solve more efficiently. So when you're talking about any percentage, like this one says 32% of 500, that 32%, remember, is the same thing as saying 32 100ths and then times the 500. So if I take 32 hundredths times 500, that's going to break it down and give us 160, because we could cross cancel out 100 out of both of those, divide out 100. 5 times 32, 5 times 30 is 150. 5 times 2 is 10, 160. So a little long on this lesson, but again, we're really going to be focusing in on that multiplying and dividing. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry again, it's a little long.